Brenna Gray, manager of signature events at Hands on Twin Cities, and the day has finally arrived. 100 years of volunteers, virtual book launch. It's finally here. Thank you for your patience while we figure out, one, how to launch a book. It's not quite in our realm of everyday activities here at Hands on Twin Cities. And then two, thank you for your patience while we had to postpone, reschedule, repostpone, reschedule, due to trying to launch a book during a global pandemic, and then combined with the murder of George Floyd. So I've been truly humbled, our whole team has, just by the outpouring of support, generosity, and just in general patience while we navigate this together. So again, our sincerest thank you. And then last but not least, if you don't have a copy of the book, you can always grab one or order one online at handsontwincities.org. We also have a microsite which features the book, and you can order one there as well, 100yearsofvolunteers.com. And then, as always, check out the latest and greatest needs and ways that you can get involved and create change in our community at our site. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the event.
At Hands on Twin Cities, we're celebrating 100 years of shared past, of giving back, of helping survivors,
of fighting homelessness, of expanding hope.
And we look forward to another 100 years of connected future,
of fighting hunger, of plenty.
Hands on Twin Cities, shared past, connected future, 100 years of community.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace McAvoy and I'm with the Some Great People team, and we work with Hands on Twin Cities on all things marketing, social media, events, brand activations, and I'm so excited to be here today to launch the book with you all. This is going to be really fun. Obviously we weren't able to gather here together, but I'm super excited that we're able to get together virtually and celebrate the book. So to kick things off, we are going to hear a couple words from our director, Tracy Nielsen.
So Hands on Twin Cities is a volunteer center. We're the oldest surviving volunteer center in the country, and we really think that it's amazing when we inspire people to action through volunteerism. Whether you're a student who needs to get involved and do service hours, whether you're a retiree looking to give back in some way, or you work at a company and we can help you connect to volunteer opportunities, we're there for everybody. We partner with about 600 nonprofits throughout the community, and that ranges everything from education to animals to service with elderly to tutoring to mentoring, you name it, it's out there on our website. And we support nonprofits in their volunteer recruitment efforts, so providing training and different ways for them to really build their capacity by using volunteers. And we support about 200 companies a year in their volunteer engagement efforts. So everything from a 1-hour engagement with 15 employees to a year-round plan for how to engage thousands of employees within your workplace. This book, 100 Years of Volunteers, wouldn't have been possible without amazing sponsors, and so we're extremely grateful to 3M, Target, General Mills, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings, and Care 11 for being our partners not only in this amazing book, but also with all of the events and activities and activations that we did throughout our 100-year anniversary. A copy of the book arrived at my house. I opened it up and it was more than I ever could have imagined. Just paging through the stories of the volunteers in this book literally can bring you to tears. It's just so many people doing so many large and small actions that really add up to make this community a great and inspiring place to live. People ask me if I have a favorite story from the book, and I honestly, I'm not just saying this, but I have to say that there are way too many amazing stories to choose just one. It's exceptional, the things that people are doing in this community, and when you read each story individually, you can really pick out one small piece of every story in this book that you can relate to, or that you can feel, or that really just makes you feel in awe of all of the things going on here in these Twin Cities.
Thank you so much, Tracy. It was so great to hear from you. Next up, we're gonna watch this highlight reel from our sponsor, Happy Hour. We hope you enjoy.
We were inspired to create the 100 Years of Volunteers book when we were just imagining what our 100-year anniversary could look like. And while we were turning 100 years old, this story really isn't about us. It's really about all of our partners in the communities and the individual volunteers who have amazing stories to tell, and that's what inspired the book, wanting to share those stories and really celebrate the individuals in our community who make this an amazing place to live.
My name is Chris McDuffie. I'm a commercial and editorial photographer based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. One thing that I wasn't anticipating was how emotional some of those shoots really got. I mean, just full-on tears, hearing people talk about the folks that they serve. The book itself looks amazing. The layout is gorgeous. The photographers are all extremely talented in their own right, but you know, I think it really comes back to the volunteers and their stories and the people that they serve.
I love this book because it really celebrates a variety of volunteers and the diversity of volunteers and the different ways people are getting involved in their communities. It also really highlights all of the different organizations. I really love this book because, again, it celebrates volunteerism in the Twin Cities and is very inspiring and gives me ideas of ways that I can get involved.
When I look at the book, I really see the volunteers that are in there are great inspirations for all the different types of ways that you can make a difference. So when I read them, it helps me think about how might I make a difference in a way that's unique and special to my own skills. We were just very proud to sponsor the 100-year anniversary of Hands on Twin Cities last year with Target, 3M, General Mills, Care 11. It was just an honor, and we're so excited to see the final part of this with the book launch.
I think the Hands on Twin Cities 100 Years of Volunteers book is so important because I think that right now we need to be energized and inspired by all the different ways that we can give back in the community. The celebration isn't about hands-on at all, it's about all the people. What's interesting about this book is it allows you to really think about, oh wow, I didn't even think of that as a way to volunteer, or I didn't think of that as a way to give back. So it's really inspirational to figure out like how to find your cause. And I think if we can all really sit and educate ourselves and understand like what makes our heart sing, what makes us feel purposeful, and finding our cause, it'll just all be, you know, it'll be a better world.
My favorite story from our 100 Years of Volunteers book is Miss Tamika Miller, who is working with Girls Are Powerful, photographed by Cynthia Yang. And her story is how she worked with a young woman and empowered her to change her life, and watch this young woman grow in confidence and be able to move forward and help herself now. Find out how you can get involved in the community at handsontwincities.org.
And thank you so much to our event partner, Prairie Organic Spirits. Now I want to give a huge thank you to all of the photographers in the book. This book would not have happened without you, and you all put so much work into driving all over the city, capturing 10 different volunteers each in this book, and we're just so thankful. So I want everyone to just give the photographers a virtual round of applause in the comments and give them a thank you. We're actually going to show all 100 photographs to showcase all of their work. Obviously pick up a copy of the book so that you can read the stories along with it. And then when you get your copy, in the back there is an about section that shows all the information and bios about the photographers as well.
Cynthia Yang. This was one of my favorite projects from last year. I mainly work in commercial, wedding, and event photography, so this project was really unique for me and sounded very compelling. My favorite part of the project was meeting the volunteers and hearing their stories. Many of them felt personal connections to the causes they supported, and some had been volunteering for over 10 years. It's not typical to hear very personal stories of people who are outside of your social circles. It was truly an honor connecting with these strangers, and I thank them for how they opened themselves up to me for this project. Darin, Kamnetz. McDuffie. Zerby. Salmeron. Engfer.
Hi everyone, I'm Engfer. I am a commercial wedding and portrait photographer, and it was so much fun to be part of the Hands-On Twin Cities 100-year celebration and make this portrait book with a bunch of other talented artists. I really loved connecting with each individual person. I really loved the variety of opportunities and the variety of personalities that I got to connect with. And I think I learned a really cool lesson that everybody really does have something to give, and whether you're passionate about art, or you're super amazing at marketing, or you're super great with logistics and organizing, or you just have some time to spare and you want to give back to a meaningful organization, the variety of opportunities out there is so wide. And so that was something that I really enjoyed learning, and it's something that I will definitely be taking with me through the rest of my life.
Nicole, Feest. Prinds-Flash. Clarke Sanders. And that concludes all of the photographers in the book. Now it's giveaway time. For a chance to win a copy of the book and a bottle of Risata Raven or Scarlet, all you have to do is type in the comments and share a nonprofit that you think everyone tuning into the event right now should know about. Our team will pick a winner at random in about 5 minutes. And now we're going to share a few words from our board member and also sponsor from Blue Cross Blue Shield, Susan Schuster.
Hi, my name is Susan Schuster, and I've been proud to serve on the board for Hands-On Twin Cities during the 100th anniversary year. It's been an amazing year. I have to say thank you so much to the sponsors, to the volunteers, to all of the community members that came forward to really be part of this year. And we're really excited to launch this book of 100 stories of 100 years of volunteers. So thank you. We're excited for the next 100 years, and just be there with us.
Next up, we're going to hear from Tisha Dampierre, who was one of the amazing volunteers featured in the book.
Hi, my name is Tisha Dampierre, and I just want to say congratulations, Hands-On Twin Cities, on 100 years of volunteering. Thank you to those who served in the past and who continue to serve in the Twin Cities and in the greater Minnesota. For myself, I'm very passionate about education, and with the pandemic at hand, our school system and districts are facing great challenges and a lot of uncertainty. So I encourage you to connect with Hands-On Twin Cities or even your local school districts to find out how you can help, whether that's by tutoring, mentoring, brainstorming solutions, or even giving your financial resources. Our schools, scholars, and students need you. Find out your passion, find out your purpose, find out how you can give back. Thank you. We need you.
Next, you're going to hear from one of the amazing volunteers featured in our book, Elise, and she just has a few words to share with everybody about volunteerism.
My family has always instilled a deep sense of volunteerism in me. Even as a toddler, I was picking rocks and pine cones out of the sand volleyball pits at the local park my mom co-built. Throughout my homeschool education, my family was constantly assisting veterans through the American Legion. Throughout high school, I served food to thousands in my community, fundraised thousands for Veterans Affairs, published educational articles in local newspapers, and created dozens of quilts for veterans in drug rehab. Watching my talented mother make incredible change in our community and state, in addition to seeing the impacts of my own actions, though small at first, continues to inspire me to act to help others. Recently, through a fellowship with the Minnesota League of Women Voters, I created and taught a lesson for high schoolers about the evolution of voting rights in America. This included a segment on Nelson Mandela and South African voting rights, which puts the U.S. history in a worldly context. I was rewarded to see that my voice, perspective, and youth spoke to high schoolers effectively. Through my efforts, I registered 70 young adults to vote. I have volunteered as an English tutor at Sharing and Caring Hands in Minneapolis, a Christian homeless outreach. As the only black face in a sea of white tutors teaching predominantly minority children, it is exceptionally clear to me how important a diversity of identities and perspectives truly is. A young Somali immigrant girl I tutored was so excited to be with someone who looked like her and could understand African culture and accent. Even though she was hesitant about starting school again with incomplete English, she said, "I'll try my best so I can be a good reader and go to college just like you." My greatest hope for the Twin Cities is for more youth to realize their potential and unique gifts they all have to contribute. I hope for and work towards volunteering in our community to be multi-generational and include a diversity of ages, races, religions, and backgrounds, especially in teaching and positions of authority.
Lastly, when you order your book, don't forget to tag us on Instagram. We are at Hands-On Twin Cities, and we'd love to see your photos enjoying your book.
Find out how you can get involved in meeting the needs of our community at handsontwincities.org, Also, if you'd like a copy of the book, you can find one there, handsontwincities.org. And we also have a microsite, which is 100yearsofvolunteers.com.
And now we want to give a big thank you to Wise Ink. They are the publishing company that we worked with to produce this book. They are amazing. They are local right here in Minneapolis. You can learn more about them at wiseink.com. Wise Ink was started by two editors, Darin Beavis and Amy Quayle. Darin and Amy are both passionate about authors, books, and all things related to publishing. Wise Ink believes in helping writers and thought leaders who are seeking a purpose-driven, intentional, and informed approach to publishing. Thank you again so much, Wise Ink.
Thank you so much for participating in our 100 Years of Volunteers virtual book launch. It means the world to us to celebrate this milestone with all of you. A huge shout out to all of the 100 volunteers that were featured in this book. Thank you for sharing your photo and your story with us. Big kudos to all of the photographers lending your talent and your time and your energy. Was just truly overwhelming. Great work. And then to our sponsors, 3M, Blue Cross, General Mills, Care 11, the Vikings, Some Great People, I am Sarah Edwards, Target. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. We love the work that we get to do with you in our community, and we always love collaboration that is meaningful.